There's not one idea better than another. Some ideas, extreme. Many, moderate. Few, apathetic. But which is right? Those who are apathetic about ideas really don't care much. For this reason, they do not have firm opinions on much. Those who think moderately have their set beliefs and opinions. Most are open and willing to listen to other ideas, whether it sway them in another direction or not, they're willing to listen. Those who are extreme hold the key to absolute truth. They are right about everything and will not change their mind about anything. But wait, there are different ideas that float around the extreme community. Jeff is part of an apocalyptic cult group. He knows that space aliens are coming to invade planet Earth on December the 21st, 2012 and is planning an ascension with over 200 followers. But Jenny is part of the Westboro Baptist Church and tells a completely different story.
Hi, I'm Jenny. Jeff? Yeah. He's completely wrong. He's going to hell. God says that we're the only ones in the universe and He loves us. If you're like Jeff, there will be a higher power judging you for your indecencies.
Who Tom Cruise?
Ick.
To each, their truth is the absolute truth. Two absolute truths act as a double negative and wipe each other out. However many absolute truths are floating around, they are all relative. Relativity can also speak across the physical, seemingly factual realm we live in. Have you ever heard that 1 + 1 = 2? Yes? Me too. Have you ever heard that 1 + 1 = 1? No. I have. There are many different theories using different processes of 3 that prove 1 + 1, in reality, is not equal to 2. This concept speaks also to the idea of quantum physics. Under observation, everything at the quantum level behaves accordingly, and when not under observation, quantum physics acts in a strange manner. As humans, we are unable to prove the very foundation of our universe. This is debilitating to us alone. When adding up light and sounds, the proof of our limitations is evident. We are able to view only visible light with the permanent exception of one color. Still in existence is ultraviolet, infrared and other light spectrums we need the aid of technology to view. There is also a plethora of sound waves we are also unequipped to track. Within these different areas of our physical world, we could be missing an entire universe of possibilities. Because we are trapped within our limited human senses, we will never be able to fill in many of those gaps. With this being said, there will most likely never come a point when humans are able to decide the factor between a relative or absolute truth. To some, evolution may be discredited as an origin story. This scientific theory is discredited to many Christians as fact. Because for some, this is just another belief. The Big Bang and evolution theory may easily be considered an origin story when people tell the evolution process of life and humanity. Once Homo sapiens arrived into existence, individual origin stories began to form. Beginning with different customs or beliefs, new, interesting cultures had begun to form within countries. This urges us to become globally aware and learn about our neighbor. By being able to reflect on everyone's personal testimony, a bigger picture may begin to form and human consciousness may be able to develop into a greater understanding of the world we live in. One of the many stories that have been created is the story of Adam and Eve. This biblical story has many different interpretations. One is an example of some of the first Homo sapiens. They were chosen to set an example for the rest of the world, the source of evil. Granted, they are not evil themselves, fooled into the devil's games. There are different belief systems to account for the evil and good in the world. One of which is the Stoics' ideology. One must be able to overcome the evils and tragedies of life with indifference. Another belief, Augustine's. To begin, let's define what a Neoplatonist is. A Neoplatonist believes that good and evil are not two separate things. Nothing is evil, just an absence of good. The belief in the non-duality of the world. Now, Augustine teamed up with Neoplatonism and believed that the search for truth was also the search for God. Evil occurs only when we settle for anything less than God. If we love God appropriately, we can also love the lesser goods.